Welcome back to another episode of Uncut and Uncensored. I'm here today with my wonderful husband. He's joining me. And today we're going to discuss building a strong foundation in a relationship. I'm going to ask and interview you today, darling.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
Apparently, I never listen.
Never listen, literally.
So before we get into it, Sergio's had quite a week. The last podcast we had went a little bit viral because his tushy was on display.
It's been absolutely horrible, literally. I don't even know why, but my ass is been in every country.
I'm actually really confused that an ass could go this viral. It's literally a bum. Like, don't get me wrong. I know he's cute and everything. Obviously, he's my husband. But, like, ladies, there's global news going on. He's ended up in America, Australia. This morning, I thought it was a joke.
It's not just my ass, honey.
Wait, it was Costa Rica.
I understand.
This morning, you made Costa Rican news. We've never even been there.
I know, literally.
Australian news.
I guess it's a Spanish
American
country.
news. English news. Like, what the actual fuck is going on? It must be an incredibly slow month, but it's not. Like, with what's going on in the world, the fact that your bum is out, I find bizarre. And, like, I'd get it if there was a whole load of balls and penis. We all love to have a look.
Oh, yeah, I called you mommy. That's horrible. I just called you mommy.
Oh, my God.
I just called you mommy. Honey, like, I went down and obviously there were little things behind.
Well, now this podcast is going viral. Now you call me mummy. You've absolutely cemented everything they thought this relationship was.
Perfect. That's the foundation.
Yeah,
Done.
like,
Bye-bye.
This is why I can't take my husband anywhere. He needs to simply stay home and be in some sort of cotton wool covered room. I think why it's gone so viral too is obviously, like, the people that own the boat called me absolutely pissing themselves, because even if you had wanted to stage that, which, trust me, we don't, you couldn't.
Why,
it was just
honey,
blissfully funny. You were pottering around like you had all the time in the world, because
Why
I just
would I-
started my podcast.
Why would I want it?
And the funny thing is, darling, like, you had moved the camera twice because you were like, oh my God, my bits are going to be out. And then he just went to the shower, obviously completely forgot while he was in the shower that he'd set everything up, and pootled round the room like he's got not a care in the world. You were in the bottom drawer, for
Baby,
God's sake.
why would I wanted my balls or my anything to be out there? First of all, I moved the camera and I thought I was fully covered in clothes, basically.
Yeah, you had
and
clothes
I was
actually
like, oh
on.
my
When he
God,
was
I'm going to be in the frame. I really don't want to be on this
and
frame.
at that point, he had actual underwear
I was
on.
fully dressed because I was coming from a workout. Then I go to take the shower, come out of the shower, I'm wet, a bit dry, and I literally just decide to just make sure I have pants on. So then I start hiding behind the cameras, looking around, mirrors everywhere, which I didn't realize, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, my ass is out.
Neither of us realized till you guys realized, because we send it to America to be edited. Obviously, I have to fire all my editors who didn't catch it.
I mean,
And now it's just too late because I'd have to take the whole thing down. And now actually I find it hilarious. Sergio, not so much, but there you go. I think that's really also leads really into creating a strong foundation. And I think that's...
wait, so me walking around with my ass out everywhere in each country, that leads to building a good foundation?
No, it's what it represents. The fact is, and one of the biggest things I think that I've always said is laughter. I love to laugh at you, maybe not with you.
Obviously, because it's not your ass, my friend. If it would be your ass, you would be very concerned. Like, you're happy because I'm everywhere and you're just behind the scenes, just talking lovely about your new launch of Bust the Label. And I'm just, by the meantime, naked behind you.
I'm literally discussing.
So it's like, oh, I love these vitamins. These are amazing.
With a bare bum behind my head. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful.
It's not wonderful.
But as I'm doing this, I'm getting so distracted.
Maybe just look at the microphone, honey,
I know,
straight.
but I'm watching Bubbles eat.
I know, you are like...
Bubbles is my tortoise and he's eating his cucumber. I could watch that thing all day. It's like he's prehistoric.
Yeah, he just peed like literally a lake behind her. Look at that.
Oh, I know. As soon as he eats, he pees. Anyway, it's a bit like you.
Like
Really.
you. I was gonna say it's like you. Exactly like you. Literally, it's like Caroline on a little version.
I think because I met you when you were 24, I think that we've built the really, really solid foundation. because, you know, I don't know about you, but I think like we laugh, we fight, we have amazing, you know, sex. We're best friends. We're always together. And look, as I said, you definitely annoy the fuck out of me.
Do I?
Yes. Because,
You don't do it to me?
we don't ever have a break.
We do actually a lot
When?
of times when you're upstairs and I'm downstairs.
Yes, that's the only time now.
Yes.
And I'm like today. So
I've been begging to do something for you as a couples therapy, which it could be something out of this
When he
routine.
says couple therapy, he doesn't mean therapy. What he means is he'd like to go and play paddle with me.
Obviously, honey, every couple, they do things together. You just literally want to stay in the house and go back to bed. You've been in bed literally 50 times today. I don't understand. Let's do something together. Golf.
I did so much work. First of all, I trained this morning. Second of all, and you really annoy me. Like that is the one time. Okay, so this is our couples therapy. What annoys each other? This is what it annoys you that I won't go and do the things with you. I'm with you 24/7. Okay?
I do everything you ask for.
Wait, I know that's not enough. So the only thing you don't do is give me the space. So like I'll set up. Today was a perfect example. Like you didn't want to do my workout, but then you decided to do it. Then you piss about. You do half. Yes.
No.
You do half the workout.
Are you?
Then you sit behind.
Do you see his
a
muscles?
few push-ups. Yeah, that's all you do, by the way. While I'm sweating my bollocks off, you're looking in the mirror to see how much your muscles have popped up.
They look pretty good for
me. It's really irritating. I'm trying to focus, and you're literally taking your shirt off.
No, you actually asked me.
I didn't ask you to take your shirt off.
No, not that. You asked me for a workout together. You told me, let's work out together.
No, I said, would you like to work out? Well, that would mean together. I think he might want to go back outside.
And I said, yeah, baby, leave the turtle alone. She's fine. She's not talking.
Okay.
Does he talk? No. You asked me for a workout together. I joined the workout, and then I didn't have a mat for me. So I had to join your mat, which you didn't like.
Yes, of course I don't. Because the two people don't fit on a Pilates mat, darling. That's the whole point. It's a one-person
No, we got an
workout.
XXL. That's why.
No, that is not an XXL. That is a one-person workout mat. That does not mean that you can work out on that mat with me.
Well, why don't you ask me what is the philosophy behind the
I've
therapy?
done that, and I'm 49 years old. I'm not rushing down to play.
Baby,
what's it called?
that's in your.
I don't like
That's in your
paddle.
mind, baby.
Why can't you get a boyfriend to play paddle?
I don't like boyfriends, first of all, and I like you, second of all. So that's just very simple. Next, it's very important for couples.
I'm taking anyone that hears this that's living in Dubai. I'm taking resumes to go play
Maybe
paddle with my husband.
Just shut up, honey. I just literally want to have something fun with you. That's all, honey. Like, we can play paddle. It's very normal. It's not going to be intense because you don't even know how to play. I'm just going to guide you along the way a little bit and, like, just have some fun together. That's all.
All you want to do... Chloe, stop upsetting the
Leave
turtle.
the animals.
No, but they're fighting.
Okay, keep talking.
They used to be friends. Okay, so paddle, that's your thing, right? But I do feel that it's good to have our own interest too. I know you don't want any interest.
It's summertime. There's nobody here. And actually, let me tell you, let me be honest. I don't care about most of the things that you bring to my table, that you show me, or that we do together. I actually don't care. I don't care about all that stuff. But I pretend and I fake it because I love you. In the other side, every time I say something that you don't like that much, then you just go crazy. So it should be reciprocal. You understand? Oh my God.
Okay, the tortoise and the dog are fighting now. That's okay.
No, it should be reciprocal. It should be like, I do something for you, which I do a lot. You do something for me. We're going to have fun. We're going to be laughing. We're going to play literally nothing because I know you. And it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, but there are things that we do. So, like, I really, really enjoyed thinking about things to do as a couple. I really enjoyed when we went to that beach with the dogs.
No, that's not as a couple. That's as a couple with someone, which in this case is the dogs. You really enjoy doing things as a couple. That's why I suggested paddle. It's a very good sport, and there's nobody here. Let's do it, please.
Does anyone else hate paddle?
It's not paddle, it's paddle, baby. Oh, I'm asking for anything, literally. We cannot do anything else. So, I would love to go for a swim, but we'll fry alive in the sea. So.
And I've chosen.
Yeah, so you cannot even go outside.
I don't need you to come and sit through the lasers.
Maybe I don't do it anymore. I go and pick you up. That's all.
Yes, that's true. No.
Yes.
But I think the foundation is that we are strong, like we're like family. Like we listen. I mean, you don't always listen.
You listen.
I listen. But
You listen. Madre mía de mis amores, por favor.
Because, wait, he's never quiet.
No, you don't listen at all.
You're never quiet.
I had to repeat
You
literally.
are never quiet.
I have to repeat everything I say 3 times until you listen. That's who you are.
I just switch off.
No, you don't switch off. You just think of some stupidity thing, and then you come back to me with a recipe or some stupid thing about animals video, and then what were you saying?
But do you trust me? Do you trust me to take care of you?
Yes, obviously I trust you. If not, I couldn't be here. That's for sure.
So you trust me that I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life?
Yes, baby. I don't join something thinking about the short term. That's why I didn't have that many girlfriends. I didn't have that many wives. It was just literally
How many girlfriends did you have before me?
maybe like 3 serious. I had a lot of, tiki up and down, which it was fine during some time. But, when that period of being a player stopped, then, I wanted to find someone that I can trust and I can build a life with. And I really didn't, have anyone until you really serious like crazy. So, you were kind of the first. I mean, I had another one, but you were kind of the first one who really, thought I was going to marry it. And, that's it. I'm Libra. I'm very straightforward. I know what I want and I will stick to it because, while I love it.
And did you ever so with your first girlfriends, did you ever think you'd marry any of them?
I thought I was going to marry one, which is Regan, this woman that was before you. But at the end, she wanted to be crazy and she was really taking for granted everything I was doing for her. Because I'm about giving, right? So she used to play water polo in professional teams. I was driving her in the morning at 5 a.m. every day because I love her. I just like her during that time, I was just, doing things for her and she really didn't like it. So then it was just like,
So what is your love language?
What is my love language?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different ways to find that out, I think. But I would say for me, it's kind of just, I know you don't do it often, but I love when you bring things to me. Like most of the days, I would say the weeks, I would say the months, I don't get anything from you back. But when I get it, it's amazing. It could be just anything. Oh my God, what do you think about this color? Oh my God, what do you think this? So I go back to the same point as before. I don't care about your clothes at all. I mean, I like it, they're cute and everything, but it's not my passion as yours. I'm not passionate about it. When you come back to me with like a new top, oh my God, I just got the most amazing thing I want to show you. I'm so excited for you that I feel, happiness and excitement about it. You don't do that to me the other way because you don't give a shit for all my things, which I understand, but I cannot do it, because, you just...
Because you've got terrible taste, darling.
It's not about that, baby. Just forget about the clothes, baby. Oh my God. That's like just a example.
Oh, no, I don't do that because I'll tell you why. I think sometimes, you do, let's take the car journey today. You're so overtly always worried about me. I'm sitting in a car, I like silence in the car. I'm quite quiet. I'm quite quiet in the car because I feel like we run a million things in the day. So I'm very, very peaceful. And we were in the car and, I like peace. We've just been to choose all the new furniture for a hair salon that we're doing, which is really exciting. Don't ask me why I'm doing a hair salon. I don't know how I got into it. It's one of those things that I wanted one for me and here we are. But anyway. And, I'm just sitting there doing my work on my phone because I get a million messages a day. I was doing the colors, the new apartment was going up, and you get going, are you okay? Are you good? Are you good? And after the third, are you okay? I just genuinely want to know, because it is sweet, and I try not to say anything, but I genuinely want to know what could possibly have gone wrong with the last time that you asked me if I'm okay.
Shut up. It's about communication. That's all. It's about making sure that someone that you love, which is next to you, sees fine. That's all. That's literally what it's all about. And I would love...
This obsessive compulsive disorder, and bits of it I love. When you say to me in the middle...
I have what? Compulsive disorder?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
No, I don't know what that means, but I'm not compulsive disorder.
It's you'll lie in bed at night and it'll be in the middle of the night, and I've learnt it now from you, and you'll just wake up and go, I love you.
It's not about that. It's when you are genuinely happy waking up with the person that you love next to you, the energy is so good and the connection is so strong that you feel so alive inside you that
What do
things
you
comes
think?
out.
That's what I'm asking. Tell the people, because it's so hard to find a connection today. What do you think built that connection? Do you think it was because you were so young and lost and this has just built the most beautiful life together? What has made you so connected to me?
It's just very, very difficult question. I could say the thing that made me so connected and in love with you is maybe how everything started. How we became from, or transition from a friendship to a life partner. And every little step along the way that we went through to get to where we are today.
I mean, when I think back, it is a miracle we're still here. It's an actual miracle.
It is. Baby, the turtle just beat me, tío. And it's not nice. Okay, I cannot really say now. Go on.
It's an actual miracle. I was just thinking about it because really and truly, it shouldn't have worked.
100% no. And that's why, look, I'm a big believer. As you know, God puts every little step along your way to...
One thing you may not know about my husband is he's very religious.
Very religious, because I really believe everything happens for a reason in life. And I truly believe that God put every step along my way to get to where I am today. Why Real Madrid came when I was very young, and all of a sudden I was meant to be this big soccer star, and all of a sudden it was kind of taken away from me in a way, and it transitioned to another country, and then things didn't work out in the other country, and all of a sudden, you know, I ended up in Newport Beach. You ended up there. It was just so random, and I was meant to just be there in that exact right moment to meet you.
I do believe that because I don't believe that there are accidents in life. I think it's all written. And I think the way we met was too weird. And we had everything stacked against us. And I try and think about this for other friends of mine because even actually I was talking to a friend of mine this afternoon. Actually, I've been talking to one guy.
You've been talking to friends of yours. Oh my God, that's kind of what that's day and night.
Yeah, and one girl. And they were both saying that they're not happy single. And how, do I have any friends kind of thing. And I just thought about it because I really don't. It's very hard. Actually, I've got three who were talking about it today. And I was thinking it's so difficult to find that connection. And what are the chances that a 24-year-old takes on with, in whatever way he can, a family who's already grown and in a place, and that a woman like me can make that work for her?
It's actually incredible, to be honest. That's why I'm so in love with who we are today.
Yeah.
Because seeing how much we grew together, since where you were, since where I was, to see us together today, so much more established, so much more driven, launching all these things.
I think that's the word, by the way. I think we're established. There are things that we obviously constantly are communicating about that we want differently, right? And let's go back to your family for a minute, or my family. If Sergio had his way, he would ideally live with his family, or not live with them, but they would live here. His mother would live with us. I know that. Let's just say that.
Okay.
In an ideal world, that's how the Spanish is. Your sister is at home.
Your sister's living next year.
I am someone who, I think because I went to boarding school my whole life, I didn't have my own space. I already live with 3 children. I live with you, which is like running another child. And, which is what I love about you too.
But you're
I have to figure out ways that I'm going to run him so that he's tired by the time he gets to bed.
And you know how beautiful is that,
We had
honey?
to have sex twice yesterday. Twice.
Honey, shut up.
That man is going to kill me.
You know how beautiful is that maybe I never want to be an older guy. I want to keep doing business. I want to keep building, and even if we made, crazy money and we are playing the big leagues, that's how you call it, I want to still be a child because I never want to lose that. No. That is what it's all about.
Funnily enough, I think back in the day when I was beginning to be my second coming of being a child, I'd done all the responsibility, had my children, built my businesses, all of the above. I think people would sort of roll their head and go, oh my God, what is she doing? But funnily enough, now in my late 40s, I really see that people are going, she's got it right. Because it's not about how much money you have in the bank. I
It's
live
not.
better than most people I know with a lot more money. It's about what's in your heart, how much fun you have, the way you wake up, how you wake up.
And actually, that's something that, as much as you can criticize my family and talk about how
I'm not criticizing. No.
I know how I was brought up, you
No,
know?
I don't criticize the way you're brought up. I'm just saying it's very different.
Very different,
I
exactly.
don't think mine is right either, being
You're-
sent away and
Yeah.
getting you back when you're 18. I don't.
But
agree
you're a
with
very
that.
rare case. You didn't grow up with your family. So
No.
most of the people out there, I would say 90% of the people around the world, they grow up with the parents. So
Yes. So I'm
it is the
adapting.
most...
I'm adapting.
Yeah.
Your father is now in Bali working with us.
Yeah, 9 hours
Okay,
away from
your
here,
mum-
so you cannot see him.
Yeah. 9 hours away.
You are adapting where?
Your
Yes.
mother, I'm sure.
My
will
mom,
inch her
she's
way
gonna come
closer.
here. She
Yeah.
will slowly adapt to our life, not doing every dinner with us, but she will slowly be here working with
I think
us.
that's my greatest fear, is like to come down and always have a body round the table, or always think I have to go to dinner with your mum.
No, you don't.
And that's not in a terrible way, because I like your mum very much, but like I don't want my mum at every dinner with us either. Like I really truly don't. Like
No, 100%.
I want my life.
Yeah, I understand.
Which
But
I've created with you.
what I was saying is,
But if she had a little house down there, I wouldn't be adverse to that.
okay, perfect. Let's time for that.
Yeah.
What I was saying is, the way, because of the way how I was brought up,
And if your mum could learn to play paddle quickly, that would be way.
she plays actually. I played with her before.
Oh my God! Thank God.
Actually, I don't like friends. So for me, honestly, it would be the best date in the planet for you, because it will be you and my mom. That's all I need in
I've
life.
really been thinking about it since you said she could cook. Actually,
Honey, she can cook. She cooks amazing. All the Spanish omelets, all that stuff.
that would help. a
And
lot.
she loves actually cleaning.
Look, but anyway, that's your point. Look, I'm softening.
Yeah, it's
a
beautiful.
minute ago it was
And
a
I-
big red
I'm
absolute cross.
very grateful for that, to see how you are changing and transitioning and adapting to
Things that you
that's
need.
that's what I want in all I want in life. I don't need. I always told you I don't need anything else. That's all I need. Then my heart is completely fulfilled, and because of the way I was brought up, nothing is about money for me, which I
And
think is
that's-
beautiful, and that's why it works for us.
That's really true, by the way. So in our relationship, my husband really isn't a spender. I am. He looks and talks about it, but he doesn't really. I think the biggest thing for him is really Bali and, his family.
It's my baby, but basically, I love Bali, but it is beautiful there. It's actually, we are creating something with so much love that is gonna be absolutely amazing. Whatever we manage to build. But at the end of the day, it's about security. It's about having that passive income coming for us to give us freedom. So, that's why I'm only chasing all these big deals, let's say, just for us. I know sometimes you think it's a bit la, but if it comes, it will come, and it will only give us security for the rest of our life. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to change cars. I don't want to change watches. I don't need anything else in life. And I think that's one of the keys why our foundation works, because there's nothing about materialistic stuff. It's only our pure, inside loving connection.
And that's what I think maybe women are worried about or not thinking about. Like, I'm watching a girlfriend of mine here now. And look, she's met a guy. Every day there's more gifts. There's this, there's that. And then actually, I don't know if I would like it. I mean, maybe I would.
Maybe you wouldn't like it, I know.
I don't think I
You would like it the first two days, but something that I did in the beginning. I mean, I did some crazy stuff, to be honest, that Caroline maybe doesn't know about. But I was driving my, it was not that bad, to be honest. It was a convertible Audi A5. But obviously it wasn't a Ferrari or like this when I moved to the US, because obviously soccer was gone, and I used to park so far away to meet Caroline, and I was like, oh yeah, just came in Uber. And then I got so many tickets that she doesn't even know this. I got so many tickets at the end because I left in a residential area that I couldn't afford to pay, so I had to leave the car in the community center in Los Angeles. They took the car away. I didn't want to get it back because it was just a release from that old life, from that moment. But look, I did whatever I could in order to provide happiness and surprises and love to this individual that was Caroline, that I was starting to get to know. And it was really not about materialistic stuff. It it was just, pure, just genuine love for her. And, actually, I have to say, Caroline, when we started with a trip to New York, and she bought me for my birthday these Gucci loafers and this, Gucci bag, and I still have it here, and it's one of my biggest and purest presents, and I will always preserve it because it's that foundation, how everything started. That for her it was nothing, for me it was a lot, and I was taking it as something amazing and magical, and that's why I think we grew so much together. That now, it's just nothing has an objective. Nothing has a materialistic objective.
Well, we don't really want for anything in a really lovely way. And I think, if we're building and we're doing more, you're very sweet. And he always goes, oh, I'll go in the economy and you go in business, which is, I haven't done it yet, but maybe I'll shove him there the more the build goes on.
No, but I don't care about that, to be honest. Honestly, for me, the biggest joy in life is about the journey. It's not about the destination. That's why Bali, I believe, is going to be something truly magical. We are building something incredible and unique. And it's about how fun.
I just think it's
how
the joy
fun
in your face. Yeah, it's the joy. And I think we've all forgotten because Instagram has made it so materialistic. And we live in the most materialistic town on earth.
Yeah.
I think this. So today she called me. She got a Birkin, a Chanel bag, Elia, a suite in the desert, a 2-week stay in Four Seasons. And honestly, this crossed my mind. This is what I thought. I was like, okay, anyone that works for money and that spends like that in the first 3 months of dating, I find that a bit of a red flag, actually, for me.
The bar is so high as well.
So high. How do you stop that? Like, it's insane. That's got to be like a couple of $100,000. Like,
but that's the problem, I think, with society nowadays.
Yeah.
I actually was listening to this British lady on TikTok. She was very pretty. She came here to Dubai, and they went out to a club, and this guy, all of a sudden, just they kind of bumped into each other when they were leaving, and he just connected with her 2 minutes. On the way out, literally 30 minutes after, this guy sends a massive bouquet of flowers and a few things, and he said, "Oh my God, so sorry, I couldn't surprise you with anything." And the woman was surprised, like, "Oh my God, this is the biggest surprise ever." And the guy managed to call her the next day, go to Van Cleef and get her more stuff. And that's just the problem with the part of the world that where we live now. That there is no measure of, there's no limits here. Like, you can just, like all these prices and like surprises and things, doesn't really make sense at all, and you lose the sense of reality.
It doesn't make sense, and it also, for me, doesn't show a lifetime partner. How is that lasting a lifetime?
You know what I used to do when I started to meet you? Like, I used to go to this like stationery and get all these like posits and like papers and things, and I used to write with everything literally coming straight out of my heart, everything that I felt, and I used to just put it around the room or just like little details
and pictures of us and like
poems. Baby, that is the hardest part. The easiest part
is to go to
Chanel. I want that one, deliver it here. That is the easiest thing that you can do, which it might look the best, but in reality is the more effortless that you can do.
You know what, darling? I was thinking about it the other day, and we've got to, as I said, a wonderful, wonderful place. Like, I really don't want for anything. Like, I couldn't have another Hermes bag. I mean, maybe a new color, but I got them. I bought 2 this summer. I've got clothes coming out of the wazoo. In fact, they don't even fit in my closet, so I'm doing another sale. I've got property. I've got a husband that worships the ground I walk on, and I don't see that out of a lot of couples. I knew, actually, one of my girlfriends, she had a really, really rich husband, and every time they argued, he just delivered a new bag until the end, when she was like, "I don't want the fucking bag. I want to talk to you."
That's the problem.
And that's the issue.
Exactly. Something rare becomes normal.
But how do you get this foundation at this point? I wonder.
Because of my parents, honey. My parents, because we always grew up with nice things. We went to the best hotels. We did the most amazing trips. My dad used to work in the US, so he used to bring always the best. but I used to never take anything for granted, and we used to be very down to earth. So then we love good things, but I was never taking anything for granted. We were like, middle high end class that, we used to go to all the best restaurants, the company used to pay for it. So it was fantastic. But we also got a doses of reality. We had like 5 homes, so I think seeing a bit both sides, also playing for Real Madrid, so it really gave me a big, overview of how the world is divided, and I think when you approach anything with good heart, things comes to you, and
I will agree with that. The intention, the good heart. I feel like you can see in someone's eyes. And I do remember one of the first things a few of my girlfriends said, because I had so much negativity around you that, he was 24, he didn't have much money left, all of these things. And how was I going to be with a man that I would have to basically build, because he'd never been to Dubai, he didn't have any friends here, he certainly didn't have a lead here for work, all of the above. And don't get me wrong, that terrified me. But at the same time, I knew that those things are material again. Like, as long as I am okay and I can take care of myself, I don't really require, I get just as much a thrill to go and buy myself something.
You might not believe it, but, I know and I felt it was the right decision, and God honestly guided me through it. And one of the big reasons why, I don't get a massive pot of cash right now, that we had so many opportunities on the table, it might be because, it might destroy who I am. And,
Because he's so young, and he always said that.
It cannot happen before in a way. I think now I'm ready because...
You have a wonderful attitude about life. He feels like so many things led him here. Like, even though, leaving Real Madrid was one of the toughest parts of his life, he always says, I wouldn't change it now because I wouldn't be with you.
I wouldn't change it at all. Like, I have a better life than a soccer player, doing what absolutely I love the most, which is spending time with my wife, having freedom, working on creating content and being an entrepreneur, building stuff, and, allowing the creativity to place, spots in different businesses. It's the best thing in the planet.
We've had the most wonderful summer, because I have to say, not on the boat, but the people that didn't know him per se, or maybe judged what this was or who he is, have all fallen in love with you.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's very funny because, like, on the boat, we all took turns to, like, run him. So, like, we'd be like, okay, the mum would be like, I'll go biking with him. Then the daughter would be like, I'll go diving with him. And then by the time I get him back, he'd be a bit more tired. And then I could do something else. And it was just so funny because we all worked as a team, but it was so endearing. And then, the dad would go for a walk with him, and everyone just loves him. And you were so much a part of all of that, they can't wait to have you back.
Look, if I'm here for anything, I'm here to teach people that you have to put your heart before anything and never be afraid of your feelings. That's what I've always done. People judge me, people talk always my whole life, but you have to just put it out there, and if you feel it, just do it. Because I felt, everything I've done so far, and, with genuine and good attitude, you're going to get
so much further in life.
So much farther.
So much further in life. I see all these sort of like crypto kings and the people that kind of out here that get the fast money, that spend the bags, that do this. They either blow themselves up, or they end up sort of in dark rooms, shivering and stressed all the time. And
you know what? They do it for the people. They do it for everyone else.
But themselves.
And when they get the possibility of being able to buy everything, then they realize that there's nothing behind.
There's nothing else. And
that's why,
they can't stop.
Yeah.
You're on this terrible, terrible trajectory. That's why, it's like we got a little bit tempted to buy another house now, a bigger house than this, because we made really good money on this. And then, we went to look at the house, and it's beautiful. It's not ready for 4 years, so it would be an off plan like this. And then I looked around and I thought, I've only got 4 years with my sons left. I've got 4 years. They love this house. Like, I don't want to be moving around on the only years that they're going to be with me, really with me, before they go to university, and not have a home for them, because I'm trying to get a bigger home that we really don't need. And that was a really big wake up call to me because, my business head is like sell, sell, sell because, I get offers all the time. But then my heart
Exactly.
is like, this house has given me, it was the first house after I got divorced. It's the first, that we got
customize
bought.
everything
Everything is in this house.
with
is
so
us.
much love and heart. And
Yeah.
actually, I'm very, very happy to see that transition of a new Caroline because
And it's brought us wealth.
completely
It brought us huge wealth.
in many different ways.
So many ways.
Much more than,
My kids run
financial.
around here and they love it. And, it's a home. It's not just a house, and it's a home.
Yeah.
Every corner, and you love it. I love it.
100%.
And the thing
look,
is,
this is not about that we are not driven and we don't want to grow as people. Obviously, I walk, I see my neighbor here and he has like 3 Mansuri, crazy Ferraris. And I'm like, I want one. And it's a personal goal I have. I really want a crazy sports car like, Aventador, Lamborghini or Ferrari. And it's, I will get it, at some point because it's just, I know exactly how I'm going to do it, this exhaust, this. But it's a personal goal that I have and it will not change me. It's just something that I will get, but I don't prioritize the materialistic stuff. I prioritize, for example, now doing Bali and seeing my father there and working together. You know how amazing life experience is that and how beautiful we live once. Like seeing him there at 62 years old and, me coming in and out and building these, like customizing, running a team, Caroline involved, coming, now Caroline, she doesn't see that much because there is not that much there. But as soon as the walls are up and everything and like
we're
the
at
fence.
that very annoying stage where the foundations are done. And
Yeah.
we're just doing all the bills for the build.
Caroline, you're going to literally die. When you walk in and you see your name and your this, you're going to be like, oh my God.
And we're about to do a raise for it, which is painful because that's, of course, going to be my job to go find the money, the rest of the money, because we've, we're in talks to, do a building show, which would be really, really fun to do. And so I've got to build faster than I absolutely ever anticipated. So here we go. So, I'm back in the financial process of, and because everything else we've done with our own money and everything like that. I haven't taken any outside capital. So I'm a little nervous to go and do it, but, needs must, and that's what you have to do. And so that's my process. So I really don't need to go through, changing my home and doing everything. This is what centers us. We come back here. We have a glamorous life, and then we come back here.
This is our zen place. This is our happy place. And from here, I would say, back to the point that the foundation, this is the first, or I would say step 0 of the foundation. This is where everything begins. Like, this is what we create with so much love. And from here, it's like the whole ecosystem.
I think that was it, because when everyone goes, well, what's he going to bring to the table? How are you going to live? I think they were going to, because obviously when you get divorced, that's quite expensive. I'd lost a lot of money when I also, in my court case, all of these things, and I hadn't worked for quite a while. So and I still own the country house in the UK, which everyone knows it just is what it is right now. So I just rent it out. So, this house was not maybe what I would have built at the time had I sold the UK house, had I been in a different position than I was, had I fought my ex-husband for more money, which I didn't, just because I want everyone to be happy. And so I think that this house has a very special meaning to us, because actually what I thought wasn't going to be big enough, what I thought was going to be not the house I really
It wasn't going to be
wanted.
our home, to be honest.
Yeah, we thought we'd just flip it, has become probably my favorite place on earth. Like, I just want to come home. It gives me so much zen. I look at that tree and it makes me so happy. And would a bigger house make me happier? Probably not. I mean, maybe if it was on a beach, but that's about it.
The beach is the only thing that we're missing, but we're thinking maybe when the kids are older,
Yeah.
we just buy a property. We love Ithaca.
The great thing,
This place in Greece is amazing.
Yeah, the great thing about Sergio and I is really, truly, at this point, we've only got 4 years with the kids, right? Then the next home that we build is just the two of us. Whether we have the baby or not, don't look at me like that. But it's just the two of us, really. and the dogs and whatever that looks like, that next phase of our life together, which could be in any country, because I have kids that can travel anywhere. And if I've sold this or I'm renting this out and I'm renting all the others out, I can fly them anyway. Who cares? My life will look completely different. I'm actually just talking to my girlfriend now, like, maybe we find beach land somewhere and just build 2 giant houses next to each other and give up like normal life and go off the grid. Like, who cares? Like,
No, I mean, you can travel always. You can just pop in and
New
out.
York every 6 months and go see people, and that's about it. And that's the foundation that I think is so strong, because we can talk about anything, communicate on anything, and we have the same vision. Like, if I said, let's go and move to Costa Rica, Thailand,
I would be so happy.
Canada, tomorrow, he would just pack up his bag and come with me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be a question. So this right now is for us, the children, to have a normal life, and us to have a normal life. And our foundation gets stronger day by day. You asked me last night if I love you more than I did back then.
Yeah.
And I said, absolutely I do. Absolutely I do. It's way stronger than when I met you.
If I can say something to the people, I would say, stop for a moment when you are in bed at night and go deep into your heart and see if the priorities you are working for are really the ones that are inside yourself.
And I think just to be able to know when you lie down, look at each other. Last night we just looked at each other and said all these things. Can you say that to your partner? Because a lot of people can't. And if you can't...
It's very funny because for me, I never see that because I don't know how it is not to talk to your partner. Like, what's the point then of having someone next to you?
Well, I don't know, darling. Did you talk to all your exes like that? No, because you're in a Playboy stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people aren't connected like that, and it's a different type of relationship.
Yeah.
You and I are like,
Soulmates?
soulmates, bosom buddies, whatever it is.
Okay,
right?
so we're playing paddle tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yay!
Actually, we're not. I'm doing a photo shoot tomorrow.
After?
No, darling. Then we've got 6 people for dinner.
Oh my God.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Uncut and Uncensored with Caroline Stanbury.
And Sergio Carrallo.
Don't forget to rate, review, and send us your notes.
Exactly.
Comments.
Any comments, anything that you want. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.